guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I am going to do a first impressions try on of a brand that I've never used before. This brand is called Mellow Cosmetics. This will be my first time using anything from the brand. I have seen pictures, reviews of this brand, and everything looks really nice. So I was excited to be able to try some items out. I was gifted a gift card to the brand, so I decided to pick up a few things. I have four things here. So first I have the Treasure Chest eyeshadow palette. Comes in this packaging right here. And then I have the Stardust Glow palette. This is like a bronzer blush highlighting palette. I have a glitter chrome eyeshadow, and I'll show you close-ups of each thing, just kind of briefly showing you right now. So this is a baked eyeshadow, and I got this really light shade because I figured maybe it could be used as a highlight as well. So yeah, this is my first time playing with these things. I haven't even really dug into anything. I haven't swatched anything. I do have like foundation on already. I do have some mascara on, so we'll see how that goes with applying shadow and already having the mascara on. And then I did fill in my brows with the brow mascara. So this is the Treasure Chest palette right here. This is what it looks like. Really pretty shades, very neutral, which I like these days. Haven't been using too much color on my eyes. And the packaging's nice and like sparkly. And then on the back of the sleeve, it does have the name of the shadows. Does not have them on the back of the actual palette, but it does on the sleeve. And the sleeve's like small, so you could totally keep this. It's not bulky or anything. The Stardust Glow palette looks like this, and then the sleeve was rose gold. And then on the back of this one, you do actually have the colors and names. And these are really big pans. Look how pretty. So you get 8 grams in each pan. So that's a really pretty looking palette. I'm really excited. Okay, so the baked eyeshadow I picked is this shade right here. I actually wanted a purple one that was really pretty, but it was sold out. So I ended up getting this one. It's called Cream, and it's just a really light shade. I figured this could be used as a highlight as well as an eyeshadow. So, and then lastly, I picked out the Glitter Chrome eyeshadow. And these all look really pretty. Packaging's really nice on this. It has a little like stopper. It's like a pressed pigment. And that looks gorgeous. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just start doing my makeup. So first I'm gonna start off with the Treasure Chest palette. The shade Pearl, which is this one right over here. And I'm gonna use an Omnia large crease brush, and I'm just gonna pop that into my crease. So I feel like this shade goes on a little more gray than it looks in the pan. Like it almost looks like it's a little bit like a cool beige, but I feel like it looks pretty gray on my skin tone. I don't like how I have so much shadows going on with my lights, but it is what it is. I like cool tone shadows, so it doesn't bother me that these are, or that this shade's leaning cool tone. It's just different than it kind of looks in the pan. And I'm wearing like a mauve shirt, so I feel like it goes, you know. I am going to take a little bit of Tiger Eye right here. And I'm going to use a little bit of a smaller brush. This one is the just Omnia crease brush. So far they're blending out really nice. They have good pigmentation. So I'm gonna take this shade right here. It's like a taupey shade. I do like taupes. And I'm just gonna take this Omnia small shader brush, and I'm gonna pop this more on the outer portion of my lid, and I'm gonna try really hard not to get it all over my lashes, since I do have my mascara on already. These shadows are really soft and they blend like a dream. Like that one just glided right on. And then I'm gonna go into this color right here. This one is called Amethyst. This one, what was it called? Rhodonite? Rhodonite? I'm not sure, I've never heard that word before. This is Amethyst. It's probably some kind of gem, perhaps, because they're all like gem names. I'm just gonna pop this like light icy pink shade on the inner portion here. And I'm just touching up between the two shades, kind of going back and forth a little bit. And I'm gonna put a little bit of Tiger Eye, which is the more brown shade. It's not the one that looks gray, but has a little bit more brown tone to it. I'm just gonna run that back through the crease to help blend out anything that kind of went up. And then I'm gonna take Smoky Quartz right here, and I'm gonna run that along my upper lash line. I just wanna use that as an eyeliner color. And I'm just gonna take a Sigma small angled brush. So this brand does have another eyeshadow palette. But I picked this one just because it's like a little bit more my kind of shades. The other one look maybe a little more warm toned. This is not easy to do when you already have mascara on. Yeah, I think that was a bad idea, leaving my mascara on, but it is what it is. So it is a very soft liner, which I like because honestly, a lot of days I don't even wear eyeliner. I've just been doing my shadow and I really like the way that it looks. So I'm gonna take this little Profusion Small Firm eyeshadow brush. It's more like a pencil brush. So Profusion has some new brushes and they're really nice actually. So I'm gonna just pop this color. Sorry, I didn't tell you what it is. It's called Krystal right here. It's just a frosty white. I just wanted to pop that on the inner portion here just to brighten it up a little more. I feel like I want to use Smoky Quartz and kind of smoke out. Do I want to smoke out the outer corner? I think I'm going to. So I'm going to take a Omnia small crease brush. This one has a little bit of a point to it. Just going to put that right on the outer portion here. Yeah, I actually like that. I kind of smoked it out a little bit. I'm just gonna go back through with that brush that I used. Not adding any more product, but I'm just kind of blending up there again. I'm gonna take another little tiny brush. This one is by Profusion. It's the flat, precise eyeshadow brush. And I wanna take Tiger Eye and Smoky Quartz, and I'm just gonna run those along my lower lash line. I don't want it to be too smoky. So I'm going to take that brush that I used for the inner corner highlight, and I'm just going to take Tiger Eye, which is that brown, that light matte brown, and I'm just going to run that underneath by itself. So what I want to kind of do is I want to wet the shadows a little bit on the lid. And then I'm going to wet Amethyst a little bit. I'm going to run back through the crease on the outer portion here, just with that brush that I used, but I'm not adding any more product. And then I'm going to clean it up a little bit because I feel like it's kind of risen up a little bit, and I'm just going to use this brush. So I think those shadows are really nice quality. They're very soft, but they have pigment and they blend really nicely and they look really pretty. I like that. I'm just gonna put my mascara on my lower lashes, maybe do another coat on the top as well. I don't really like adding mascara on once it's already like all dry and I've been wearing it, but I'm just gonna put a little bit. All right, and then I'm just gonna add it to the bottom. So I'm using my Essence, the False Lashes mascara. Well, I'm not gonna use the glitter shadow obviously, but I will swatch it for you guys. I'm gonna swatch everything for you guys, but I wanna move on to the palette here. So this palette looks really pretty. I hope the highlighters work for my skin. So they had two of these palettes. This one is the lighter of the two. So the bronzer right here is called Dawn. And I'm gonna take that one with my Omnia powder brush. I like to use this for bronzing, and I don't want to use too much. So that looks really good. It blended out really nice. I didn't overdo it. It does seem like it would pick up a lot of product. Like if you dipped your brush too hard in there, I barely kind of tapped my brush in there. And I think the shade is really nice. I would say it's a neutral. It's not warm toned, and then it's not too cool toned either. It's kind of a neutral shade. I'm gonna take the blush in Delta. They also have some individual blushes, but I thought it would be nice just to try this because it's kind of an all-in-one. So And my brush here is the Omnia highlighter brush, which I like to use for blush because it's light and fluffy. So that blush is very pigmented. I went very light. Like when I dip my brush in there, you can see all the color. Definitely have to tap off the excess and just be very light-handed because I could definitely go overboard with this one. Probably would have chose more of like a cooler toned blush to go with my eyes. For my highlight, I am going to take, I'm gonna swatch these real quick because I feel like I want to see the shades first. So I think I'm definitely gonna go with the pink shade just because the other one's a little golden, and because my eyes are cool toned, I definitely want to do more of a cooler highlighter. So this one is the pinky shade, it's called Luna, and then this one is a little more golden, it's called Star. And I'm gonna take Luna, and I'm gonna take a Moda brush. This is the Glow brush. So that looks really pretty. I mentioned this before in a video. Did you guys see how I was like rubbing the bronzer down my neck? Now my neck is itching. This happens every time I use a brush down my neck. I get irritated. It gets irritated by the bristles. Do you see I'm getting like red and blotchy? Oh, itches. That happens every time. It doesn't matter what brush I use. It's just my skin is so sensitive to things that touch it. So anyway, let's go back to the highlight. Just gonna put a little down my nose, not at the tip though. So the highlighter texture is really nice. Has like a thin consistency, which I prefer. I don't like when highlighters are really thick because they kind of just sit on top of your skin and they don't really melt into the skin. I feel like this one sits on the skin really nicely. And it's not glittery, which I like, and the color is really pretty. So I'm just gonna go back over my blush a little bit. I didn't add any more product because, like I said, that blush was super pigmented. And then I'm just gonna take my little sponge and kind of pat over the highlight a little bit just to tone it down. But yeah. I just want to try this single shadow as like a brow bone highlight. It might be overdoing it a little bit, but I just, for the sake of the video, I wanted to try it out. So I'm just going to take this brush right here. It's the BDELLIUM Tool 775, and this is the shade right here. So yeah, that has a nice reflection to it. Just gonna tone it down a little with my finger just because I feel like I don't need more shimmer on this eye look. So I'm just gonna add a little bit on the tops of my cheekbones. I'm gonna clean off my brush right here. But I just wanna try it. Oh yeah, see, this could totally work as a highlighter too. Oh wow, that's a little much for me, but that's why I got it though, because I figured this would be a really pretty highlight for lighter skin tones. So I didn't get any lip products or anything. So what I have on my lips is the ColourPop Luxe Gloss, and the shade that I have is Figgy With It. Figgy With It? Yeah. Kind of like the color of my shirt, so it goes with this look because it's a little more cool toned. All right, so those were all the products that I was going to test out on my face, but I do want to give you guys some swatches. But before I give you the swatches, I just wanted to say that I think the products perform really nicely. They are nice quality. The shadows were really soft, they were pigmented, they blended out really nicely, and you can see like I didn't have any trouble with them at all. They look really pretty. The face palette was really nice. I think that also blended out really nicely. The blush is really pigmented, so you just have to be light-handed with that. I would say the same with the bronzer. I went in really light-handed when I tapped it with my brush. The highlights are really pretty. They're not chunky or glittery. They sit on the skin really nicely. And the single shadow seems to be nice and pigmented as well. I could use it as a highlighter. I really want to try the shade that was out of stock. It's like this really pretty, like iridescent purple. I'll have to check back when it comes back in stock. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch everything for you guys. Let's start off with this shadow since I did not use it. This is the Glitter Chrome Eyeshadow in Champagne. So all of these products seem to be made in China, just to let you know. So this color looks so pretty, or of these eyeshadows, but I don't feel like it's picking up a ton of product. I did have to build this up a little bit. I'm gonna try it with the brush. This brush is made out of natural hair, and I feel like this definitely picked up the product better than my finger. So I'm just gonna swatch it. So I feel like this might be one of those products you have to build up a little bit. Yeah, because now I'm feeling like my finger swatch that I did build up is definitely more pigmented, but I did build it up. So let me try to build this up on my hand. Yeah, that definitely worked. I feel like it just needs a little building, but maybe it'll perform good on the eye. I mean, it's beautiful. Look at the reflection on that. That is so gorgeous. It looks like glass almost. It does have tiny little sparkles in there. Let's see if you can see them. Yeah, that has a really nice reflection. That is gorgeous. I cannot wait to put this on my eyes. I wonder if I could put it on without messing up this eye look. I don't know if it's gonna work over these colors. Probably not. I don't think it's gonna work over these particular colors. You could probably see it maybe a hair, but not much. Then I'm gonna swatch the single shadow. It's called Cream. It's a baked shadow, but it feels nice and smooth. Sometimes baked shadows or products in general just can feel kind of like dry. This one does not feel dry at all. And then it also has a really nice glow to it. Yeah, that's really pretty. Has a nice like reflection. Do you see that? But I'm gonna swatch the Stardust Glow palette. I feel like I want to swatch it on my arm right here. I feel like I need to. So those are the highlights. Blush and bronzer, they feel really smooth. And you can see it's really pigmented. So yeah, I would say go very light-handed with those two products, because you could definitely probably go overboard, but they're really nice and smooth and they blend it out really nice. So that is the face palette. It's really pretty. All right, so lastly is the Treasure Chest eyeshadow palette. All right, so here's a close-up of the palette. Really nice everyday like neutral shades. I tried to film swatches on my camera, but they were out of focus. So I decided just to swatch it on my arm and do a video clip on my iPhone. So here's the swatches. They're nice and pigmented, really pretty colors. And the formula of these reminds me of Lorac shadows. So if you're a fan of those, then I think you would like these as well. All right guys, so that is it for this video. I was impressed with all the products. If you've tried anything from this brand and you have any products that you recommend, let me know. I would love to try more. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I love you guys. Have a great day. Bye.